Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to our 11th anniversary Paradise Springs Winery tasting. I can't believe it's been 11 years since we actually opened the winery here, and more than that since we've been making wine. We're so thrilled that you've joined us today for the special tasting. We hope you enjoy your food item from our newly done food truck, and we have a really special lineup for you today. All these wines mean a lot to me, mean a lot to our winemaker Rob, and to our family and staff here. We've worked tirelessly on some of these projects. Some are new, some are coming online, some you've seen before, and some are unreleased. So we're going to kind of show you a little bit of what the future of Paradise holds here. So sit back and enjoy the day, and thank you for joining us for our 11th anniversary. All right, let's get started with your tasting. The first one we have, what celebration wouldn't be complete without a little bit of bubbles? So we have our brand new sparkling rosé, Après. And some of you may remember the name Après. Après just means after in French. And traditionally, sparkling wines were done as a rite of passage and celebration for momentous moments. And Après is sort of our tribute to all those momentous moments that you may have, or we've had in Paradise, or that exist. And it's just an amazing wine. We've been wanting to bring a sparkling back here ever since we made the original Après, which was a sparkling Viognier. And we thought, what better way to do it than with rosé? So lo and behold, here you go. It is 95% Chardonnay with 5% Merlot to give it that little bit of color. And we did it traditional method. So we actually aged this wine in this bottle on the lees, and really took a lot of time to get those fine little bubbles that are there. So we hope you enjoy this wine. It's from the 18 vintage, which was a challenging vintage in Virginia. But nonetheless, you made a lot of sparkling because it's an early pick, and a lot of rosé because it's early pick as well. So this was the perfect wine to make in this vintage, and we're happy to debut it. So sit back, enjoy some bubbles, press pause on that video, and I'll be back with the next wine. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those bubbles. For our second wine, we're actually going to go back in history and back in time, actually 11 years ago, back to our 2010 Chardonnay. So this wine we had available when we actually first opened the property here, and we made this wine in that vintage while we're actually building the building here on site. So it's kind of a special wine. One of the cool things about this, and I know you're doing the flights and are not able to see the bottles in person, but I will show you, the labels are very different than they were. They've kind of evolved. You can see there used to be a little yellow tinge color to it, and on the back we used to actually have the cabin emblem on it. So it's kind of neat to see in comparison, what we did 11 years ago and how we've evolved a little bit. This wine is actually, 11 years, I think is still drinking great. It's maturation, it's kind of got that nice butterscotch, kind of old Chardonnay taste to it. We still have the same methodology that we use for Chardonnay, where we didn't do a lot of malolactic fermentation. We like to hold on to that acid, and that acid over time has really mellow out. But we do use about a third new French oak on this, and I think it's held up well over time. So hopefully you get a little bit of a glimpse to our past in pulling this wine out of the library. And 11 years ago, this wine was made, and we are 11 years old now. So sit back and enjoy. This is a treat. We don't pull something from the library that often, but we did it today for you guys. So enjoy this wine. Go ahead and hit pause on that screen, and I'll be back with the next one. All right, welcome back. For our next wine, we actually are going to dive into some of the unreleased wines that we have. And our next wine is actually going to be our brand new rosé, 2020, the year we all want to forget. This is the first wine from that year that will come out. It's Nana's rosé, and we call it Nana after my grandmother. And we've named this rosé after her since 2008 when we first made a rosé. And over the years, rosé has really had a meteoric rise in popularity. It was very popular in Europe and in France, and has kind of made its way to the East Coast and then slowly to the West. But we've always been a believer of a dry Provençal style rosé, and that's exactly what this is. Just a very nice, clean, crisp, pale pink color. You can see it's almost very salmony in color. And this rosé is actually, we actually picked the grapes for rosé, specifically in the vineyard. And it's a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot on the year. So sit back and enjoy. We actually made more rosé this year than we've ever made, just because of its growth and popularity. And I think this is one of the best ones we've ever made. So Enjoy rosé all day, and go ahead and hit pause on your video, and I'll be back with the next wine. All right, we're going to move on to the red wines now, and we're actually going to shift coasts. So in our flight right now, we actually have our 2016 Santa Rita Hills Pinot Noir from San Bernardino County, where we have a second winery operation and tasting room in downtown. This is a special region. Pinot Noir is sort of the star of Santa Barbara County, and specifically Santa Rita Hills. It's a very unique growing place where you have an east to west mountain corridor that funnels in a maritime climate, providing a cool weather climate in Southern California, which is very unique. And so I believe it grows some of the best Pinot Noir in all of America and all of the world, outside of Burgundy for that matter. And this is a special one. We actually got 93 points on this wine from Wine Enthusiast. And it's a blend of 3 different vineyards that we work with: John Sebastiano, S&B Vineyard, and La Encantada on this specific vintage. S&B is on the south side of Santa Rita Hills. John Sebastiano is on the north side of Santa Rita Hills. So if you look at a map geography-wise, it's a unique blend and just a very special place in the world. So sit back and enjoy this Pinot Noir. If you've ever seen the movie Sideways, this is the backyard of where Sideways was filmed. And if you get a chance in the future, we'd love to see you and come out to visit us in Santa Barbara. So enjoy this Pinot. Go ahead and hit pause on that video, and I'll be back with our next wine. All right, welcome back. This is the moment that we have all been waiting for. This is our unreleased version of 2017, The Moment. And we actually debuted this wine last year on our 10-year anniversary with the inaugural vintage of the 2016. So it is a Bordeaux blend, higher end, mostly Petit Verdot with Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. And it's sort of a higher tier blend from our Meritage. We wanted to kind of parse out and take our very, very best barrels of our Bordeaux varietals and actually put together an exceptional blend for you. And that's what this wine is. It's a wine that you can be proud of to take to any dinner party, any table, and it's really a tribute of all the extraordinary moments that we've had here at the winery, but really the moment that Paradise Springs started and first existed, and the moment that we took the venture into the wine world. And I'm sure all of you have moments that you love celebrating or that are special for you as well, and many more moments will come in the future. So sit back and think about those moments while you drink this wine. But that's what this wine symbolizes and means to us here at Paradise Springs. It's a big, bold Bordeaux wine. This wine can age for a long time. And really needs some time to open up. So hopefully in that glass, by the time you sat down and have gone through this flight so far, we got a little air on that wine. It's really opening up for you. So sit back, enjoy the moment wherever you're sitting here in Paradise, and enjoy this wine. It's an unreleased one, and it'll be one that'll be coming down in the future. So you get first access. Go ahead and hit pause on that video, enjoy the moment, and I'll be back with our final wine. All right, welcome back. Our final wine in the flight today is our 2017 Tannat. It is also unreleased, so this wine has not been debuted to anyone here at the winery, and you're getting first access today. For those who don't know, Tannat is a varietal that we really believe in here at Paradise Springs. It makes a big, bold, tannic, extracted red wine. And it's one that I think has a lot of big future here in Paradise, but also in Virginia as a whole. And we've been proud to do it Tannat, for several years, and we'll continue to do it and really see it as a staple of our portfolio going forward. So for those of you who like a big, bold red wine, this is definitely going to be the wine that you're going to gravitate to. And 2017 was a great vintage for reds. I don't know those who remember, but it started out with a few threats of hurricanes that never materialized. And into harvest was very dry and really set the stage for one of the better red wine vintages that we had in the last 25 years in Virginia. So this is definitely a special vintage to celebrate these 2 unreleased red wines, and we're just excited that you get to taste them for the first time today. With that, I'll go ahead and close up and just want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting Paradise Springs. I know it's been a tough time with the pandemic going on, and we've done our best to bring some of the best wines in Virginia to you, whether that's to your home or to your table or to you right here in Paradise. And just want to thank you for all of your support, and thank you for coming out and doing this great tasting with us today. So All of these wines will be available to you today for purchase, today only, including the unreleased wines. So get that rosé, be the first one to have it, as well as some of these reds that'll come out later on. Thank you guys, and look forward to seeing you again here as the weather gets better and the pandemic winds down and we get back to normal in paradise. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.